Whether you're a history buff or just enjoy walking around the city, Paris has plenty to offer. The city has been around for centuries, and you'll find Roman ruins and Gothic architecture. French food is considered some of the best in the world. Paris is a foodie's paradise, and you'll find everything from fancy restaurants to street food. The city is also famous for its bread and pastries. Paris was also the home of the French Revolution, which marked the dawn of the modern era. You can still see traces of the French Revolution in the city today. Paris is the world's most romantic city, attracting millions of tourists each year. It is the capital of France and is located in the northern central France. This cultural and walkable city has been the source of inspiration for many artists. With Paris being so amazing, it's hard to narrow it down to just a few top attractions. But here are 5 to get you started. Number 5. The Musée Grevin. The Musée Grevin is a wax museum boasting many sculptures of lifelike celebrities and iconic people. It is a must-see in Paris. Located in the center of the city, this museum offers an original and delightful experience through its exhibits and dedication to history. It welcomes you into a world of fantasy and history. You will get to experience the figures in all sorts of creative settings that match their lives and legacies. Get an up-close look into the faces of many historical people such as Napoleon and as well more modern celebrities such as Madonna. This is a great place to bring friends and family. Learn more about history and culture. Ticket prices vary on the age of the guest and the time you wish to go. Since prices can change, it's best to check out their website before going. They have a theater, concert hall as well, but at the time of this video, no shows are being offered. That may change in the future and once again be available. Number 4. Cathedral Notre. If you love beautiful churches, you will want to see this gem. This medieval cathedral began in 1163 and was largely completed by 1260, though it was modified frequently in the later centuries. It is a Catholic cathedral dedicated to the Virgin Mary. The cathedral is situated on the Île de la Cité, or City Island, an island in the river Seine in the center of Paris. With its attention to detail, it is considered a masterpiece of Gothic architecture. It has amazing beauty inside and out. Plus, on the roof's edge are some really cool gargoyles. Unfortunately, Notre Dame de Paris was severely impacted by a fire in 2019 and is currently closed. You can still view it from the outside, and there are other interesting buildings and monuments on the island as well. Restoration is underway and is expected to reopen just in time for the 2024 Olympics. Number 3. The Louvre Museum. If you're looking for one of the most popular cultural attractions in Paris, you've probably heard of the Louvre. This museum is one of the largest in the world, with thousands of pieces of art, including Leonardo da Vinci's painting of Mona Lisa. It is also home to France's National Museum of Modern Art, which showcases works by artists of the 20th and 21st century. There is also an outdoor garden to relax in. If you love art and history, you'll love exploring the Louvre. The museum is full of rare artifacts from prehistory to the 21st century that is being exhibited in a huge area. The exhibits are always changing, so it will be different depending on when you go. There is a beautiful garden named the Tuileries. Every year, the gardeners create new spring and summer floral arrangements to match the museum's themes. There are also interesting old statues, and if you get hungry, there are lots of places to eat on the location. The Louvre Museum is located in the Louvre Palace. After serving as a crenulated keep and functional fortress for over 2 centuries, the Louvre Palace began to adopt its new function as a royal residence intermittently between the 14th and the 18th century. The museum's architecture has changed significantly over the years. Later additions included the iconic glass pyramid. It is now mostly used by the Louvre Museum, which opened there in 1793. Remnants of the medieval Louvre fortress are visible in the basement of the museum. Number 2. The Eiffel Tower. Built in 1889, this iconic landmark is one of the most recognizable structures in the world. The tower was built for the Exposition Universelle, World's Fair, to mark the 100th year anniversary of the French Revolution. It can be seen from all over Paris and offers spectacular views of the city from its huge observation desk. You can see the Notre Dame de Paris, the Louvre, the Grand Palais, the Camp de Mars, and more. There is a rooftop restaurant and other restaurants and bars and souvenir shops as well. It really is a beautiful building. The Eiffel Tower was originally designed by Swiss structural engineer Maurice Couchon in conjunction with French civil engineer Émile Nougat. The two were hired by Eiffel's company owned by Alexandre Gustave Eiffel and were given the freedom to pursue their design visions. In addition, Eiffel's architectural director Steven Savat provided some advice and suggested minor adornments. The Eiffel Tower was completed in 1889 and has become one of Paris's most famous landmarks. It is also considered a technical marvel of building construction and is still standing in all its glory today. Originally designed as a temporary exhibit, the Eiffel Tower was almost torn down in 1909. However, city officials decided to keep it after recognizing its value as a radio tower. Several years after it was built, during World War I, the Eiffel Tower intercepted enemy radio signals and relayed alerts to dispatch reinforcements during emergencies. The Eiffel Tower has been the site of numerous high-profile events over the years, such as scientific experiments, ceremonial events, and even stunts. And finally, number 1, a beautiful Paris stroll. While the museums and landmarks are great, other attractions such as the buildings and the food make for a more personal experience. Paris is home to some of the world's most beautiful old buildings and bakeries. Whether you're a history buff or just want to explore the city's many old buildings, Paris has a treasure trove of historical buildings and landmarks to explore. From the 7th century to the present, there's a historical building in Paris that can catch your eye. Angelina Tea Room, for instance, was opened in 1903. Here you can save for pastries, sandwiches, and more. The Marais district is a popular destination for foodies. Here you can find bakeries and cafes that have been around for centuries. Also, the streets are lined with upscale restaurants and boutiques. There are also covered passages or arcades to explore. Most of these are located in the 2nd and 9th arrondissements, and each of these has its own set of attractions. Paris arcades are a time warp of vintage shops and barricias dotted across the French capital. Aside from being home to some of the best bakeries in Paris, you can also visit some of the most beautiful old buildings. The Printemps buildings are known for their elegant dome terrain. They also offer some of the city's best shopping. If you are in the mood for a romantic evening, you can try the romantic atmosphere of Rue Saint-Dominique. The street is also a great location for a romantic dinner or an early evening stroll. Before heading out on your Paris stroll, here are a few tips to get the most out of your time. Many restaurants close between lunch and dinner, so be sure to have snacks handy. Also, many restaurants require reservations, so make sure to make a reservation ahead of time. Drink plenty of water, especially when you're in the heat. While public fountains are plentiful, it's still smart to bring a reusable water bottle. Wear comfortable shoes. Paris is a city that's best explored on foot. The distance between attractions are large. You don't want to end up with sore feet and aching legs. I hope you have enjoyed this overview of Paris. It is an amazing, beautiful place, attracting millions of tourists each year. This cultural and walkable city has been the source and inspiration for many artists. As well, Paris is the most romantic city. You definitely need to put Paris on your bucket list. Have you been to Paris? Let me know how your experience was. Thanks for watching!